Alright, so and another one, like I said, YouTube still ain't learned their lesson with the censorship. We don't have to be respectful, as y'all say. If someone, if they want to be respected, they if that's the case, that's why we got to get rid of YouTube, or at least the owners as it is, because lying on someone is not respectful. Just because you use nice words, the way the Democrats try to dress things up, everything Donald Trump is racist. Those are lies. Lying on someone is not respectful. So yeah, if you get cussed out, you deserve to be cussed out because you evil and you're nasty pieces. Not just Trump shit. It's all of it. Just lying on anybody. Stalking people, harassing people, just because you don't say anything, or you use nice words when you lie on purpose. Just like I said, it sounds like an adult when the other, they're trying to sound educated. He's racist, or he's, they don't this and that. They need maybe they need mental help, or maybe they need help or something. That's disrespectful. So that's why, just like him, he hardly starts the car. It's a little white dude right there. He got like one of them old fashioned well, it's not old, but he starts that car you can hear it everywhere. You can hear it as loud. He starts that car up uh every couple of months. But yeah, dude right here, he starts it up like every couple. See, he got the hood up. But trust me, he's doing that because I went out today. And his masters, his puppet masters told him to do it. And because I just started my live. Trust me, he don't do it. But like because it sits, he drives his other cars. Normally, like I said, you give him his props for, because that's I like cars. That's a 350 or something like, I don't know what year it is. But I don't like them pipes. I don't like that stuff. That's the little kids stuff. It really is. It's serious. Oh yeah, and the cops. Again, they driving by, but the motherfuckers are getting killed in this city too. But they spend all their time harassing me. Like I said, I just came from a store, and I got it on video. I got to do another video because I got it on this phone. The cop pulls up behind. They've been doing it yesterday. They did it yesterday. He pulls up. I see him in my rear view in the lane behind me, and I know he's creeping. He's a gang stalker. Just like today, he creeps. So you see, like I'm saying, there's nothing going on, but he's riding up, and it's not even they're being visible. There's no need for them to be here. Like I said, anybody who took criminal justice, there's no need. You study, but there's people getting killed all over this city too. But they're spending their time harassing me. But that's why I said no sympathy. That's why I laugh at you niggas. You're broke, you're poor. Nobody cares about you because you support. And I ain't saying you got to do something or protest, but my point is y'all like it, and I know y'all because y'all with it. Y'all cheer them on is what I'm saying. And then play victim when like I said, that's your team. And so the dude, he pulls up. This is about 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago. I just pulled up. The cop pulls up, and I pull out my phone. Well, I had my phone because I listened to the radio. And I put it in record mode. I know he wasn't gonna do nothing because first of all, he was in the left lane next to me, so I could see him in the driver rear view. But I let him see because I hang my phone out the window. It's a busy street, and so when the light changes green, he stays there. I think I got it because I had to hold the phone because I don't want him to give him a reason to give me a ticket because I'm on the phone. It literally. I'm trying to record him, but then he can literally get me, turn it on me, and give me a ticket because I'm holding the phone and trying to record him and drive, and they're gonna flip it. They're Democrats, so I can't, make it too obvious. And so, but he sits there. He sits. Traffic starts moving, and I sat there for a little bit as much as I could to get his, the last three numbers, the patrol numbers, like 325. He sits there. He knew it. He knew I was trying to get his patrol numbers, the car number. And he sits there in traffic, holding up traffic because he ain't want to go. I got it on tape. Well, I think I do. I might have had the phone the wrong angle, and I might not have it. But this is about 10. Yeah, like I said, every time I go out, these the cops, then people started one nigga. I know, trust me, it's on purpose because I ride my windows down. It's a nice day. Playing my music, so they have people in convertibles come by. Again, same thing. It's like they just get so mad. It is hilarious to me. It is like nobody. See, that's what, and another reason. That's why I'm saying no sympathy, because I saw. I just put two and two together. The other day, I said all them old folks were out. All these old folks were out every time I went to the store, because like I said, I don't buy a whole bunch of groceries at once. Maybe $20 worth, lasts about 3 days. And every time there was old folks waiting on me. Just the entry. As soon as I pull up, that's when they get out. And like I said, some of them literally made it obvious that they were waiting on me because they looking. So then I see this morning, well, yesterday. Trust me, this right here, it's what it is they're using old folks again to try to get communism, and they're mad. What they're really mad about is Joe Brandon following his puppet master's orders, and fucking up the economy. But what they didn't think about, because I'm telling you, they didn't think about it. Remember, because in December, the COLA came out. And anybody know, and that showed they didn't know what they were talking about, because they took the COLA adjustment as a good thing that Brandon did. Joe Brandon, and it's like, no, dummy, it's because you fucked up the economy. That's why they're getting such a big raise. Us, the veterans and the other people. So we got especially since y'all trying to make my life fucked up. It's like, no, dumbasses, I got, I don't know how much. Well, I do know how much, but my raise alone probably, more than you make. I don't know, and it ain't our fault. We didn't ask for it. We wanted Trump in charge. We'd rather have a better economy, because most people, that raise is being eaten up because of inflation. With me, it's not, because I'm, they make sure I'm by myself and I'm happy. But so I don't have nobody to take care of but me. So the raise is all mine, and they're mad about it. That's why they got all these old folks, because they're probably on a limited income. They didn't do what they were supposed to do when they were younger. Like I said, I learned when I was in high school, really in the 80s, the early 90s, that you got to have more than just Social Security, because all the people were retiring. And that's another thing I'm gonna do with that video that I just showed you. I know they're mocking. I'm telling you, the trolls, they're mocking me, because like I said, when I was a little kid in the 80s, I used to hear the old folks, because this was New York, complaining already that they didn't have enough with Social Security. So I have been heard that story about they have to choose between buying their medication and food. So I've been knowing that Social Security wasn't going to be enough once you reach 65. Most of us did. I know a lot of my friends in high school, they already knew that you got to do more than just prepare on Social Security, because everybody was hearing that, even down south. And this was, by then I was down south in Birmingham. Everybody knew you got to have more. So by the 90s, and then they came out with 401ks. So if you old right now, you was only in your 30s and 40s in the 80s. And everybody, how come we as kids, 12 years old, a 12-year-old in the 80s knew that Social Security wasn't going to be enough to retire once you get 65. And y'all was still working age. If you're 70 right now, you were younger than I am right now in the mid. By 85, you wasn't that old. You was still 30. You were still working. Well, you were late 30s. You were 39, 40. You still younger than I am right now. And so if you 70 and you let these Democrats got you walking around harassing me and stalking me because I got a bigger check than you, That ain't my fault. That's your fucking fault. You was stupid your whole life. Like they said, you should have learned all those lessons. You should have learned the lesson. You spent your young years playing around. Ain't nobody feeling sorry for you because you old. And like I said, you can't lie and say you didn't know. We as kids knew. So how the fuck we knew and you didn't know? That's why I still keep going. Even though, whatever, my injuries, I still keep going because I know it's not going to be enough. You're going to be old. I'm going to be old. And it's not, oh, you're working yourself to death. It's just, no, just do things, work smarter, not harder. And they trying to make everybody, feel sorry for stupid people. And it's not working. They mad. That's what they're mad at. They're getting madder and madder. Everywhere I go now, they're trying to put, because they know, like I said, because of them, we got more money. Especially, and they're mad. And that wasn't their intention. They didn't need, that proves how stupid and inept Democrats are. They didn't even think about, because they fucked up the economy, we would get a big old raise. And it's automatic. It does it every year. It does it way before any of this. Decades. That's how it goes every year. It's adjusted because of it. So if things would have been going good, we would have got a real small raise, maybe $60. That's what we got 2 years ago, $60 or something like that. But because of Joe Brandon and his economy, and now they're mad. And, don't goddamn, parade old folks in front of me walking all the, that's your fault, bitch. And you the one voted for Biden. Y'all the one supporting him and shit. So get mad at him. Get mad at your Democrat mayor. Get mad at them. Don't fucking get mad at me. Crazy asses. Ain't nobody falling for that shit. And we've been told you. That's the thing. We told you. These fools, they're evil. They're stupid. On top of that, that's the worst type of person. An evil, stupid person. At least an evil genius, who knows? I'm just saying. But an evil, stupid person like Biden, I mean, that's the worst combination. Because like I said, he did something and it benefited us. Now he's mad. See, an evil, smart person would have known better. I don't know. He would have fixed it, but he still would have tried to take over, like Hitler or something. But that's what they're doing. And that's why they're using y'all. So I'll tell you, all these old black folks, you ain't got enough money. I don't know what y'all need to do. Look at this fool almost ran into the background right there. The speed limit this is a small street. They just, I'm telling you, folks, I don't know if that's gang stalking or if they're just people that can't drive. It's the truck driver and both of them fault. Riding up their ass and almost ran into them, smashed into the back of them. Like I said, they done ran in I don't know how many cars of mine since I've been here. They done hit me like 4 times. I'm talking about in this state and city, not just here. But so yeah, and now let me pull this video out I wanted y'all to see.
'70s.
Now at first I thought it was funny, 78-year-old bank robbery, Kansas City.
Online shop.
What about robbing a bank? That's what police say a 78-year-old woman is accused of doing on Wednesday in Pleasant Hill. Fox 4's Jacob Kittelstadt joins us live outside that bank on 7 Highway. Jake, this is not even the first time she's been accused of this?
Now I'm telling you, that is supposed to be. I saw it yesterday. And I didn't even click on it. Then I clicked on it this morning, and it hit me. That's what their nationwide. I'm telling you, this is part of it. Their nationwide operation. They're trying to, as usual, everything that Democrats do, they don't do a good job. And you notice everything they do is to use a certain type of victim, whether it's black folks or women or children. It's something, old folks. It's not enough, and everybody's supposed to. Yeah, this country. You go through the comments. Oh, this country is so screwed up. But good thing is you see more and more people speaking up. There you go with that loud ass car. I mean, yeah, it's a Sunday. Cause that's what I'm saying. I just took off for a ride, but I just went to go get some because I know I was gonna be making these videos all day. I'm not finna go riding. I got stuff to do. You know, it is a nice day for a ride, but I ain't finna do all that. And I just went to the store right quick and came back. But I guess they, thought I was finna go riding. But anyway, this dude, I know he's lying, and he says this the first comment. The reason I know that's what I was just talking about. See, that's what I'm see the whole racism thing. My grandma retired as a nurse. That's why we moved down south. All of us, the whole family just moved back down south. And it wasn't just her, it was my great uncle. He retired. They all retired about the same time. He was a World War II vet. So all this racism, they left New York and moved back to Birmingham. That means they left Birmingham because of racism. That's why but he was able to buy, that's the property he had. He bought that as a teen. He's one of the ones that lied. He was like 16. He lied to get into the Navy. And, he retired like in 86. Both of them moved back down south. And he still had his property. So why the white man allowed him to buy property right after World War II? He bought that property down south. And we all know the real about Birmingham. That was, the bull kind of the dogs. I remember in the 80s, they used to talk about it a little bit, but not like, oh, these white folks all over. They just as history. I guess they seen it in real life. I don't know. But it wasn't nothing that I remember too much like that. And he still had his property. They didn't come take his, first of all, they let him buy it. And it was still there in the 80s. He kept it, paying property taxes. And, I remember that house, all that. But in both houses they bought. So I think they're really trying to get at me, I'm telling you. So he's like, that's what they're mad about. You see, now they're going to, instead of just lying about racism and black folks can't make it, now they're just the mockery. This guy's lying. Because look, if you look at his comment, the whole thing. It said his grandma, she told her only regret was not allowing herself to have more fun while she was younger and saving everything for retirement. Bullshit. Ain't nobody gonna say anything like that. That's stupid. Nobody would say that. Because first of all, you could tell that person never worked. That's what I'm saying. They don't understand people who work hard. You have fun while you're working. I hung out too. When I was in the army, you work hard and play hard. So no, nobody regrets hard work. You have fun at work. So that's a lie. And they're so stupid. They really think people believe that shit. They're really trying to get people into thinking communism is going to, everybody's not going to have to work. We're just going to everybody's going to take care of everybody. The money that's not what's going to happen. It always happens with communism. One person, two people or whatever going to take over, and the rest of the people going to starve. All that trying to get people into, but the good thing is you look at the replies, everybody, call them out. Like, that's bullshit. That's stupid. They ain't say what I'm thinking, but they all called him out that they think he's telling the truth. But either way, they all said that doesn't make sense. Hey, LOL. Let's follow that advice so we can complain about not having enough money to eat when we get older and expect someone else to support you. That was 17 hours ago. See what I'm saying? Falling for that shit. No, everybody's like, they don't go with the conspiracy theories like us or like me, that it's on purpose. But they at least, the good thing is they don't have to. They just know that's some stupid ass advice. And nobody who did, if his grandma really did that, she would have never said that. Because more than likely you got vacations. All that, there's no reason not to take a vacation because you can do both. You can save. And like I said, I know a lot of nurses. And if you're a nurse, you definitely got more than enough money to have, do this and that, unless you living way above your limit. You bought you $800,000 house or something. Other than that, you should be real comfortable. And like I said, nowadays there's a whole, it's more than just your job and your 401k. There's other outside investments that most people make. Now you got all these apps, so you ain't got to do all that. You can still work, still save, and still have fun. It's no one or the other. That's what I'm saying. That they're so stupid with that. That's the good thing. Like I said, they keep thinking that people are going to fall for their. Like I said, it's kind of like they think they found the easy way to take over with psychological warfare. And people are going to fall for it. Like, yeah, y'all are right. I'm going to stop working hard and just play all the time. And yeah, everything's like, no, everybody knows better. Most people, most people like, well, I know I can't do that because they're like, I know I like nice clothes. I like nice cars, da, 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 da. So yeah, I got to work. I can't just play. I like nice food, and they know they gotta. He's like, nah, man, I'm not sitting and waiting on the government. Nobody wants to. Nobody's falling for that shit. Now, if you want to, that's the prop. That's another thing they keep lying, that the Republicans want to cut back. Nobody was. They got this and that. Nobody said that. And the only thing I say, you probably don't want to be on welfare. You're young. You're 30 years old. Your girl got kids. Yeah, you probably would want to better get a job. It's not get a job. All them people. Nobody talks like that. No, nobody cares. That's what you want to do. That's on you. The only problem we have is when you come start complaining and say the country is doing that to you. It's like, no, you're doing that to yourself. If you don't this and that. But and so another one I was gonna do right quick. This one is kind of celebrity gossip, but I never covered that because really it ain't. It's I think it is part of it. This person is the one. A lot of y'all, I don't know how old y'all are, but the Saved by the Bell crew, and it shows a lot of us. We have been hurt. The only black girl on there, Lisa. I think she went down over the years, but I think now that I see what really happened to her, I remember she's supposed to marry Martin Lawrence, if y'all remember him, but I think what happened now, I just happened to watch it. I watched it because of her, because yeah, who didn't like her? And actually we're like everybody. That's what I'm talking about. All us were in high school when Saved by the Bell was at, and actually we did watch it. I know a lot of people watched it, but the thing is, I think what happened to her is part of the program, and the reason I'll show y'all why I say it, and then I see this channel, the same channel. She's not just gossip. Yeah, she got another one I just noticed. I ain't even watched it yet, about Barbara Streisand with affair with Bill Clinton. I just saw that. It is like, and she's not on conspiracy theories, but this is supposedly something that I'm pretty sure it probably did. I'll check that out. Maybe I'll end up doing a video about it. But the one I wanted to do was, I don't know. I don't know if I want to mess with Hillary. Either I'm joking, and maybe I'm not joking. All of a sudden, them black helicopters, you start talking about Hillary. They start coming around and disappear you.
Hey, Mom, what you making?
Mrs. T's pierogi.
What's inside a pierogi?
There's stuff. How do you go from this to that? Lark Voorhees has an incredibly sad story.
One thing I will say, I was kind of sad. They always treated her bad. Oh, even on the show, I thought, I think I'm the same age as she is. And so when I was watching it back then, when it was brand new, I said, why she got Screech? No, I'm like, why she couldn't just have a nice boyfriend on the show? It wasn't even like that. It's like, why she got to have the nerd guy chasing her? And the other girls get Zach and what was his name? The other one, the Jock Slater. But anyway, it turns out she was dating. I'm gonna make it quick. She was dating Zach in real life, And they said all the other girls were mad at her, the other two girls. And they was dating for like 3 years. And then she started dating Martin Lawrence in 93 or something. And supposedly,
Projected near her. And so they
and like I said, it sounds like I'm talking about it. See, they just had the Mustang drive by. But see, that's an old Mustang. I mean, it's not old, but it's like, that's not the new one. It's not the 2024. So it's not just, see, what y'all is just, he just drove by a big smile on his face. I mean, he's young. He's you know, it's more, again, he's doing it. He's a poser, you know. It just because, yeah, he just happened to drive by because I keep talking about it. But like I said, I just want to do it to piss them off. And like I said, it ain't even out yet. But it probably still be a while because they probably got back orders already. So it'll be next year sometime before I can touch one. But anyway, back to this story. So my point is, I think that's why they did her like that, because she dated the white guy. And, you know, they're the only ones, the NAACP, seriously, they're the ones, they still to this day, all them crazy folks, Democrats, they're the ones who still want segregation. It ain't even about wanting, it's like it's just who you like, period. That's the end of it. Y'all attracted to each other, that's fine. Nobody, the rest of us, real people don't care. They care. It's a big deal. To them, maybe, to them, they probably think she thought she had something good because he was white. Or he was just no, maybe they just was young kids and liked each other, and that's the end of it. But instead, so what happened that really fucked her up,
he threw gang signs at her, according to her words, and romance that seemed to be headed towards the altar. But what began as a fairy tale ended abruptly when Martin went on the Arsenio Hall show and announced his plans to marry someone else. The devastating news left Lark heartbroken, and it appears that the scars
I mean, because they still use that tactic to this day, but it don't work on some of us. Don't work on me. So I think they had him get with her the whole time as a plan to get revenge for her. I'm dead serious, for dating that white boy for 3 years, for dating Zach, well, Mark Paul, whatever his name is in real life. So, and he just supposedly, she didn't know. And who would do that? Come on, it don't matter, Arsenio Hall, just come on live TV, or I mean, not live, national TV, and say you're going to get married to somebody else, just to devastate her. Because to them, white people are better. So that's what I'm telling you. I'm figuring out as I talk. I'm working, you know, the clues. That's that nastiness. Yeah, Al Sharpton, Jesse Jack. So to them, they looking at her. They're the ones who, but they're gonna accuse if she was together. They would say it was the white folks who were looking down on her for dating that white boy. And his folks wouldn't like her. Da 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 da. They gonna lie, and it's them because they got low self-esteem. You know. They got low self-esteem, and they think white people are a prize. So like, yeah, if I whatever, mess with a white girl, it's not because I think she's a prize or better. It's because I like her particularly, and that's the end of it. It has nothing to do, with any race. And most guys I knew back when I was in my 20s, the white guy, everybody, none of us cared. As long as there was a group of hot chicks, don't matter what color they are. The guys we're hanging with, don't matter what color. But they're the ones keep making all this dumb shit a big deal that you think someone is special just because of their race, and they probably did like each other and they broke them up. And like I said, these groups, right? They still do it now. See, back then we didn't know, but they because they were still smaller. You see, they didn't work their way up, and into politics. I'm telling you, that's what it was. That's what did the poor girl like that. That is just like, I got other interviews I saw with Jesse Jackson, and you could tell, I didn't know back then how jealous he was. He's just a jealous dude. And like I said, like most people know, the NAACP didn't do anything for us, and we don't need them. That's the thing. We don't need heroes. We don't need no more Martin Luther King. That was him, and he did what he did, and we all grateful, seriously. But now there's no need. There's no civil rights movement. These motherfuckers are lying. and that's the sad part. Everybody knows it, and they still doing it. They still lying like somebody holding them back it is like nobody's holding y'all back. But anyway, I'm pretty sure I'm thinking some more stuff that I gotta, they still gonna do stupid stuff today. But that was it. Let me just go and post this.